Your first thought might be that it's just a cloudy night. But within hours, you, and every other human on Earth, would realize this is no weather anomaly. This is the beginning of the end of the world as we know it. You see, we tend to think of the moon as just a giant nightlight. But as we've learned from looking at how ancient humans survived impossible odds, the things we take for granted are usually the exact things keeping us alive. The moon isn't just a rock in the sky. It is the anchor of Earth's biological and geographical sanity. So, what exactly happens to you when the moon disappears? And how quickly does our modern world revert back to the terrifying, unpredictable environments our ancient ancestors barely survived? Let's find out. For billions of years, the moon's gravitational pull has been playing tug-of-war with Earth's oceans, creating our high and low tides. Without the moon, the sun's gravity still affects our oceans, but the tides would instantly shrink by about 75%. Imagine you are a fisherman relying on the daily rhythms of the sea. Suddenly, the water just stops cooperating. The massive, churning global conveyor belt of ocean currents, which relies heavily on tidal friction, begins to slow down. Within days, coastal ecosystems collapse. Crabs, mussels, starfish, and kelp forests that rely on the rhythmic pounding of the tides suffocate. The food chain is instantly broken. If you are one of the millions of humans who rely on the ocean for your daily food, starvation is suddenly on the horizon. But starvation might be the least of your worries, because the Earth's crust is about to throw a tantrum. Ancient humans literally carved the phases of the moon into bones, like the famous 20,000-year-old Ashango bone, to track time, predict animal migrations, and plan harvests. Without the moon, human history loses its first clock. But for animals, it's even worse. Imagine you are an African dung beetle. Yes, a dung beetle. It sounds ridiculous, but these creatures navigate in perfect straight lines at night by using the polarized light of the moon. Without it, they literally spin in circles. Now scale that up. Predators like owls and lions, who have evolved over millions of years to hunt under the moonlight, are suddenly plunged into pitch blackness. Their success rates plummet. Meanwhile, nocturnal rodents multiply out of control because the predators can't see them. The delicate biological clock of the planet, the circadian rhythms tied to lunar cycles that dictate when sea turtles lay eggs and when corals spawn, is shattered. You are now living on a planet where the animals are going mad, the oceans are stagnating, and the nights are an impenetrable, suffocating black. Right now, you enjoy relatively stable seasons, a cozy winter, a warm summer, because Earth sits at a comfortable 23.5-degree tilt. Do you know what keeps us locked in that perfect position? The moon. It acts like a gravitational stabilizer, keeping our planetary wobble in check. Without the moon, you wouldn't just experience bad weather. Over time, Earth's axis would begin to wildly fluctuate, anywhere from 0 degrees to 85 degrees. Imagine trying to survive when the tilt shifts to 85 degrees. The poles would point directly at the sun. Antarctica would melt into a tropical ocean, while the equator, places like the Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforest,